What's up, everybody? Guy with the meter here. It is approximately 30 degrees outside. So, hence the reason I'm doing this in my dining room area in the house. So, we'll, God, I got some freaking water in my damn mustache. That's why I'm doing it inside. It's just too flipping cold out there. I was thinking about setting up, closing the garage doors and wrap myself in a couple of jackets and everything like that because what's up, Mike? Even with all that, it's a different, people outside the state of Florida don't seem to understand that Florida is a different kind of cold. The type of cold that we have, it drills into you. It goes in, it seeps in, and sitting out in that garage in the full concrete slab and the walls and everything like that, it's a different kind of cold, man. That stuff will straighten you up real quick. Evening, Mike. How you doing, man? Chris, Gary, Daniel, everybody. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Good. It's my problem right here. Have to recharge. So we'll give it a minute. For tonight, not really a whole bunch to talk about. Oh yeah, we got the second annual Slammin With Swain's coming up in less than a week. We got about 5 days. What's up, James? Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, brother. In less than 5 days, we got Slammin With Swain coming up. This one is going to be, for anybody who doesn't know, it's going to be at the Hernando County Fairgrounds, the same place as Maida Steel, the same place as Finals, the same place as Slammin With Swain was last year. This year it's going to be a 2-day show, so we're pushing real hard to get it going and get things going. And what's up, Brandon? How you doing? Jason, I'm not trying to make it. You need to make it. You have to commit. You have to. But the fairgrounds, I stopped by there today and took the picture of the truck. And just for why not? Who cares, right? We're not sure what to expect on this one because it's a 2-day show. The last show was a good show, but this is the only one. This is the second one we've done here for Slammin With Swain. So we're not. Hopefully it turns out great, and hopefully we'll make it a 2-day show from here on. So that's great. The other thing is, I got to push and I got to promote for Low End Labs. Those guys have got some. I got the Suburban back, and from the shop, not from the audio shop, but from it needed a steering box put in it. But popped in the Low End Labs that I bought, and that's got some damn clean music, some clean, good bass, good leveled out. All of it sounds crystal clear. I'm not pushing XDs. I paid for the USB just the same as you guys would. So I'm not trying to push it or promote it or anything like that. I'm just letting you know that Low End Labs has got some damn good music on there. So, too cold outside. I barely left the house. That's a major thing for you, Brandon. Brendan, excuse me. I see Brandon underneath you. So, yeah, no, for Brendan to not leave the house, or anybody doesn't know, his car, one of the loudest in the state, the driver's side window is obsolete. There is no driver's side window that's operable at this time. I'm sure it's still in there, and I cannot imagine driving in that car when it's 30, 40 degrees outside and you're doing 60 down the highway. That's a different kind of cold right there. So, Brandon, dude, I can't wait. Freaking stop by the Canopy, ACCL, get yourself a cookie, hang out, have a drink, chill back for a bit. See if I can still try to talk you into moving over here and helping us out at US Amps, actually building the speakers and take a little bit of a load off of Michael. So, speaking of US Amps, we have got a new team to join the US Amps team. That is one of the teams that has been one of our good friends at ACCL back even with your ISPLL. These guys have been behind us and always been supporting us, and they're a very great team. Very happy, very, very team strength and team built and team when you think of a car audio team, this is the type you look at, because whenever one of them's in the lanes, the other parts of the team are there helping them and supporting them and building them, and they all get together for meets and they get together for things like that. And it's Team Megahertz. So Team Megahertz is part of the US Amps family now, and you're going to start seeing a lot more numbers in the lanes, because I know at Eastbound, US Amps took home a handful of awards, and we're only growing. That's all we know how to do. So, Mike Jones, hopefully I can get the Civic running for the show this weekend. New ECU will be here Tuesday. Man, talk about cutting it by the hair of your chin on that, man. What is it with that? Because like the Suburban was the same way. I took it in Wednesday, and I said, hey, it needs this. Y'all go, oh yeah, bring it in. So I took it in at 1:00. At 5:30, they're telling me, oh, we're gonna need to keep it overnight. Okay. So Thursday came around. Well, the part isn't in, so we're going to have to keep it till Friday. Friday came around. Well, it's here, but we're still working on a couple things on it, so probably Saturday. So it's like every day get closer and closer. I just picked it up today. And for an old beat up 90s Chevrolet, it drives as what you'd expect an old beat up 90s Chevrolet to drive. They had that real shitty, for anybody that doesn't know, they had the old shitty steering boxes in them. And they even had, it's power steering, but still it's a steering box. It's not the rack and pinion. I've got the GMC, which is a little bit modded, and it's got, along with that, plus it has a rack and pinion in it. And then I hop from that and I drive the Honda, which pretty much is a go-kart with working air conditioning. But that's got power steering in it, that's rack and pinion, and you get used to the feel of it and all the different vehicles. And then driving to the burb, and yeah. So, So no garage, no Andy. Andrea lives about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from my house. So yeah, you all have a field out there. We're all at least covered in trees. I can't imagine what the breeze and everything like that does. So Mike Jones says, have no clue. Had Matt Rogers here Saturday all day trying to figure out why no spark and no fuel. He traced it back to the ECU. Oh God, man. Well, like I said, I really hope you the best on it. So, here's for hoping right there. So, Daniel, lanyards should be in for the awards on the 4th. That's excellent. That's great. I ordered some lanyards as well for ACCL. No, excuse me. Note that. We ordered lanyards for US Amps as well. So stop by the canopy and get some of them. And then along with that, I did order some more ACCL stickers. So the oval stickers that everybody seemed to like, that I was questionable on why you liked them. That's great. I ordered another large number, in which I'm not going to release, because then that'll come out to how much money I've blown. So, Mr. Cortez, how are you doing, sir? Talk about loud and clean. Ruben Cortez, that man right there, has got one of the loudest, cleanest trucks I could honestly say I've seen, and the much respect I've got for him and his lovely wife is that they don't have to park and take a speaker out and a speaker out and a speaker out and stack this one up and put that over there and put this over here and say, no, he rolls up, he drops his tailgate and opens the doors, and she does the same, and those guys are just crystal clean. It almost sounds to concert quality. So, man, I really am hoping that that you guys make it to Slammin With Swain. Just if nothing else, to hang out and have a cookie, So, let's see here. All right, so we got Jason and Mike talking back and forth on that. So, but yeah, so back to the original here. Team Megahertz is part of the US Amps team now, part of the US Amps family. So, don't be surprised you start seeing them a lot more. I'm not going to say a lot more in the lanes, because they're always in the lanes and they're one of the biggest supporters. But you're going to see their numbers start going up, I believe, because they build some damn good vehicles. And then add that to boot, US Amps build some damn good vehicles. So the two of us together, we're going to take home even more awards than we've been taking. So, well, hell, let's go ahead and start this screw up now. John Kent wants to join on the chat. Let's see if I can get him in here and see if it'll work. Yes, I want to add him. It says adding. So I sit and simmer for a bit, because, you never can tell. So, along with John, if we can get it to work. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Robert? We've also got Russell from Base Wars. that wants to join in as well to talk some about what Base Horse has to offer for Slammin With Swain, which is, did I say, less than 5 days away? Because you can drop your things off Friday night or Friday day, excuse me, from I think John said from noon until sundown. The gate will be open to come drop equipment off and set your things up, and no demo and no competition or yeah, no, Mike, John, I know, man, and I had Russell on here before with no problems, and I'm actually sitting inside my house right now, so I've got full bars and everything. I have absolutely no idea. It says adding on my side, so real quick, let me catch up here. Yeah, I went through everything with the power probe, test light, getting power on the ECU, but not getting any power out of it. Okay, so there you go. It's either a bad connection or it's the ECU itself. So you know, let's see here. All right, well, you know what? Let me see, John, if I send you a request. No, I don't want to ban him. Let's see. Ask John to join the live chat. Yes, I have asked you to join the live chat. And let's see how that goes. So, but yeah, so Slammin With Swain, uh, when John gets on here, is going to tell us that Friday is to drop off vehicles, trailers, set up if you're a vendor, all the stuff like that. I believe gates open at noon and they're open until the sun sets. So roughly about 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere around that. And then Saturday, gates open at, I think for vendors, they open at 8. For everyone else, they open at 9. And I am going to launch the lanes at 10 o'clock. Because that'll give people time to get in there and get everything set up and get everybody flowing like they should be. Because everybody's coming in and mingle, and we're base sets. Let's be honest, we're never on time. We're always late. So if it opens at 10, people start rolling in around 11 noon until they actually start coming to the lanes. So when's the Rogue website coming back up? I have absolutely no idea. Yes, Jerry, you are right on that. I had forgotten all about that until you said it. The weather right now is cold. It is polar. It is miserable. But for that weekend, it's actually going to be 60s, high 60s if I remember correctly, low 70s for the weekend, and then straight down again the next week. I don't care. We can go ahead and have a hurricane starting Monday, as long as the show isn't messed up on the weekend. So, let's see, Jerry Richards super excited about the weekend. Yes. When's the Rogue website coming back up? I have no idea, David. I didn't even know it was down. Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir James. The same to you, my friend. It's always a pleasure. Robert, the location is going to be the Hernando County Fairgrounds in sunny Brooksville, Florida. You can look them up online, and it is on our Facebook page. So, yeah. See, there we go, John. Russell came on with no problems coming in, so I don't know.
Works every time, most of the time.
It works 99% of the time, 5% of the time,
Correct.
sometimes. So, let's see here. So, yeah, so John just said that the website gives them emails. So anybody's trying to contact the Rogue site, um, or has questions about it or what have you, if you can't get John directly, go to the Rogue website and click on the email. It goes right to him. So James Dempsey, added address. What's up, Joseph? How you doing? I don't know the address off the top of my head. It's like 11 miles from my house, or 11 minutes. It's 5 miles from my house.
I'm
So,
pretty sure somebody just posted it in the chat.
oh, did they?
Yeah.
John. So, okay, now hold on, John. You say I just suck, and the funny is that I've seen you on the Base Horse page, where they had the multiple things set up for the different people talking and all the good stuff. I have something like that on my computer. I just want to figure out how to work it and how to set it up and how to do it. Once I get that taken care of, hopefully at that point, then I can have you and Russell and whomever else that. There we go. James just posted the address down there. All the people that normally join in this or want to join in on this, that way we can all join in together and have conversations and have heated debates and have
Debates.
things. So, Mr. Russell, how the heck are you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to stay warm. It's still cold down here too.
What about your temp right now? Do you know?
Geez, mid low 30s maybe.
Okay.
No.
Well, we're 30.
Yeah, I'm a little bit warmer than that. Not
Not
much.
29, not 31, 30. So yesterday, Saturday, I spent the better half of the day getting everything ready for the storm, not the storm, for the cold weather, because we have a well, and we have a
Oh,
well house,
yes. Mm-hmm.
but there's still stuff that's going to freeze. So I spent the better part of yesterday wrapping everything in packing mats, and then took a full tarp and covered the entire well house. And we dripped all of our lines and all that good stuff that, people up north normally do, not us Florida guys.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to try to line this up so you can actually see, like, my face, not close up or anything. So, let's see how that looks.
You're good. You need a little
Admire my wonderful.
microphone
Huh?
kickstand.
Okay, wait. Does that look? It looks a little bit better. I don't know.
You get a lot of side profile. There you go. Look like you should be on a quarter or something.
So, go ahead and take the stage, my friend. What do you got going on? What is some information about this weekend? You have any questions from anybody you want to answer? Go.
Everyone that's watching, I hope the number grows and stuff, but no, not a lot. I mean, like I said, my messenger phone is open for anyone that wants to contact me and see about it. But like I said, Base Force isn't new, but I guess I'm still fairly new to it. So there will be questions coming up and everything like that. But I haven't had a lot of questions from anybody or anything. So no questions is a good thing from where I stand. I hear a lot of positive feedback and everyone wants to come in and join and stuff. So this weekend should be a good one. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are kind of coming out and enjoy and have a good weekend.
Yeah, I'm seeing so far a cumulative between going and interested. We've got over 300 hits on Facebook. So I'm not comparing the two, but checking the page, that's somewhat comparable to what Made of Steel says. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Made of Steel. But no. Like I said, even if it is 300, even if a third of them come, that's 100. That's a good show. That's a really good turnout, So
yeah.
Classes.
Yeah.
I'm confused on classes. Like, yes, there is classes. What? There's so much variance in that. Like, that's an open-ended question to me.
So how about this, James? If you go to basewars.com,
I think it's.
I'm sure.
Basewars.org, I think.
Okay, excuse me, basewars.org. I'm sure they have a list of their rules on there to help out with figuring what class would be best for you. And knowing Russell as good as I do, I'm sure that even on that, once you roll up to the lanes, if you're still a little bit indecisive or lacking knowledge, Russell will take care of you.
We'll take care of you. Whatever class you want to do, like I said, most cars, because it's frequency based, can go into multiple different classes. Whether you want to be in a higher class where it's more SPL oriented, or more of a demo class where it's a 30-second average on different 30-second average on different frequency ranges. So it really just depends on what your car's built for. I mean, we're there for both, demo orders and for SPL vehicles.
You have a class for everybody.
Yep.
There's no reason to not come and compete in your lanes. Now, real quick while I have the floor, hey, John, couldn't add guests. This person was unable to join because of technical issues. That's the message on my phone when I try to accept you right now. So, I don't know. Too many birds on the power line, perchance? I don't know. But yeah, so for what I know of Base Wars, there is pretty much, as long as your vehicle's street legal, it can roll up to the lanes. Russell will be happy to find somewhere to put you.
Correct. Even if your vehicle's not street legal, you got one of the big ones, we got you.
Yeah. No, hey, that's great. That's great. And the same with ACCL for anybody that's not competing in my lanes. Uh, Pretty much if it can roll on its own wheels and get there, come on, let's have some fun. We've got classes for everybody. Uh, we've got the FTW class, which is bring whatever you want to bring and do whatever you got to do. You got 30 seconds to get the number.
Mm.
Let's see how that works out. So for James, see now John just noted up on there and I repeat the stuff because when I repost this video, like on YouTube or something of the sorts, thank you YouTube, they won't be able to see the comments that we see. So if I'm answering it, if I sound like I'm repeating, like, oh, we already read that, you dumbass, uh, just remember that you're not the only ones in here. Uh, John Kent actually said he learned that Musical Wars Sound Org will not be in attendance. That sucks, but Dean will be on an island working. So, which anybody doesn't know, Dean, the creator, one of the creators of Musical Wars, he does go work in the islands as much as he works stateside, and he takes care for his business multiple locations. So, and then plus he does do the audio thing over the islands as well. So he's definitely a Carmen Santiago traveling person. So he tries to push shows when he can, and if you haven't had a chance to go to a Musical Wars show, it is a good experience. There is a wide selection of everything out there. I'm a little down because he's not able to make it to the show, because I like the shows that we are at to be well rounded for anybody that comes can find something that they would have fun doing. If you're in a demo, if you're into a lot of external speakers on your vehicle, extreme high crisp tweets, you know, this org's got that. This org has that. That org has something else. And that's one of the main reasons why I push for other orgs to come to the shows. So there is a wide selection. I always give you the example of like going to the mall where you've got a chicken joint, you've got a Chinese food joint, you've got, there's a multitude of different restaurants there so that everybody gets a flavor of something. So.
And if anyone is going there that was planning on competing in Music Wars, Base Wars does have a class called Demo Wars. And we have our 5 or 6 different classes. It could be mistaken. It could be more. But we do have a set of classes just like those grudge matches where if you do want to compete and get your car judged, we can do that as well.
That's excellent. That's great. I myself was not aware of that because I unfortunately haven't competed much in Base Wars this season. It seems like whenever it's time for a show for something, the Suburban's throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm going to try my damnedest at this show coming up, Slammin With Swain, to disconnect the bird from the trailer and run it over in your lanes. And because I paid for my membership this season, so I might as well do something with it.
You did.
So John Kent says, with over 100 saying they are going and over 200 says they're interested, should have 160 to 200 vehicles there based off of my past experiences. And if anybody knows about shows and statistics and, everything of that nature, that's Mr. John Kent, because anybody that doesn't know, that man runs the Florida audio scene. There are very, very, very few shows that either he or somebody on his team don't have their hands in the pot somehow, controlling something or working with something or building something. I want to say the Dean shows are about the only ones I can think of that are known shows. You got small little private parking lot meets, but of the big shows that happen in Florida, it's usually either John or Dean that are setting them up. So.
I mean, you talk about the big 3, Eastbound Get Down, Made of Steel, and State Finals.
That's it.
So those are the big 3 in Florida, I guess, if you want to consider. There's a couple other shows. They get close to those numbers, but without them, I mean, it's hard to believe that Made of Steel probably has more people than our finals, but it definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they see now, and I've thought about that because, like I said, I keep a rolling sheet. I keep statistically speaking, I can say I got a show coming up next month, and then go back and see how many, and judge awards and all that good such. And I forgot where the hell I was going with that. What were we just talking about? Shit.
Numbers at car shows at Made of Steel. Like how
Oh
many?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I figured out why Made of Steel always gets more numbers than Florida State Finals. You figure finals is a guarantee people are going to be there because we've got the orgs all have their finals there, and that's what you build all year to do. But we don't have a high number of other things there. Like Made of Steel is a good, well-rounded show that has the big jacked up trucks, and it's got the low riders, and it's got the audio guys, and we got a humongous demo field. And it's like it's a little bit of everything for everybody, and I think that draws more numbers than being of like a finals, and where the people that are coming there for the audio section, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
it does help that a lot more people go there with more basic stereos too, to go see all the big demo people that come from out of state and everything. So they bring their little stereo or smaller stereos there, and then they're like, "Oh well, let me go get my car metered while I'm here," you know. So I
yeah,
think that's probably some of it too.
yeah, no, and I think you're spot on with that one. Is that people come to the shows, and for the longest time before I got into it, this for anybody who doesn't know, I virtually grew up in a little country podunk town. I grew up in Brooksville, and Brooksville is notoriously known as being land of the inbred and nearly dead. There's when we first moved here, there was orange fields, and the lights downtown, like straight serious, would start blinking at like 8 o'clock at night, and that was it. The
That's
whole city was shut down. Over time, this would have been back in '86. Now it's pretty much got traffic most of the days, and everything's going a lot more into it. But getting back to it is when I grew up here at that time period, the closest major city was Tampa, and that's an hour away. So I didn't go to as many shows or anything of that nature. I didn't go to as many car stereo shops or such. And then as got older and got bigger, things started happening more around here. And then my God, we're having freaking Florida State finals here. So that's a good change on it for sure. But
Yeah. I don't remember when I was a kid and I used to go to like car shows around where I live and everything, there was never dedicated audio that I can remember. It was always just everyone showing their cars off. And I mean, a lot more show cars. They still had audio, but nothing like they do now. And then when I got my car and I was in New Hampshire, when I started first competing, 2009, I think, I started competing for base, and it was like I had to drive an hour or two into like Massachusetts to go to shows and stuff. And that was like a strictly audio show. And that's when I was like, oh, they do just audio shows. Yeah. So that, and then I moved back down to Florida, and then by then they already started having doing audio shows. So it was easy.
yeah, one of my first audio shows that I can remember going to was my buddy Travis and I. This would have been circa 92, 93 time period, somewhere around then.
Yeah.
And we heard there was an audio show at, you ready for this? Sound Advice.
Nice. Yep.
Sound Advice on Fletcher, I think is the one that had it. And so we ended up going to that. And I don't think I blinked the entire show because I'm like, and that's got a, oh, and I want to say the Vega van was there, and Alma Gates, and like everybody that was
Wow.
something was there, and it was just like the whole time was just like it's like going to the locker of like a freaking NFL football team, where
Yep.
you're like, oh, well, you're so and so, and you're so, it's just it was awesome. It was an exhilarating experience, and then I went back to my cow pasture home. So,
Yeah.
uh, let's
I
see here. Sorry, go ahead.
that I remember when I first started judging back, and it was like spring break nationals at the Ocean Center. Like, man, in the parking lot out there. So those things have changed. They don't have anything like that no more. What happened to spring break nationals? But the new spring break nationals is made of steel. Like, I think that made of steel is just as good a show as I've ever been to at spring break nationals.
Aside from John Kent being on here, because he and I are good friends, I don't kiss tail to good friends. I would dare say it's better
I,
because Spring Break Nationals for the time period that I went, because
mhm.
I went for the last 2 or 3 years. I was at the Ocean Center,
Me too.
and then I went to the last ones after that. They were at
I,
the Daytona 500,
mhm.
and coming in at that time period, the audio, our audio, the bass, SPL, things of that nature, seemed to have kept getting pushed out of the show,
Oh yeah.
and, and all the show cars were inside, and then you had the demo screamers on the just in there that were on the outside where you can only play your music while you're on the meter. You can't turn it up to demo. You can't have your doors open. It was so then once it got moved to the Daytona 500, uh, it was a little bit better. But I think at that point, a lot of people kind of gave up on it. It was just
Yeah.
not building.
I was still judging SQ back then, so for me it was pretty sick. So I got to go inside of the Ocean Center, judging the audio inside for sound quality, and then when we went to the racetrack, I was in the pits of the NASCAR pits, and that was pretty awesome too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last two, the last, all right, there was two that were inside at the Ocean Center that I went to. The third one was outside, and then the other ones were at the Daytona 500. And the inside, I'll admit, when I first went to it, Melissa will vouch. When we got there, I was just like the whole time I couldn't because you always heard of the date of the Spring Break Nationals. That was the You Made It show, I think.
Yep.
And going to that, even as a judge, Karlovic was running the first one I went to it actually, and I went there to help him. And like it was kind of like that. I finally made it kind of feel. I think.
Yeah. I don't remember if you remember Drew, but Drew was judging for Mecca back then. So
Hmm.
that was when I was still judging for Mecca. That's when I started for Mecca. And then
Yeah,
it
I
was,
remember. I remember when Drew was judging. I do remember that.
yep. So like I said, it was about the same time where I did the 3 years there at the Ocean Center and then did the two. And then it just, like you said, fell off. And now you got the big one for Eastbound, at least over there. So they do still have shows over there that are still popping and still getting big. So
Yeah.
that's
Nope, we're not dead. We're still growing.
yeah, every day.
So Brennan says, I know I'd have to actually have to work on it. Oh, in order to make his car street legal. Yeah, anybody doesn't know, Brendan is one of my very good friends. He's also one of the Florida judges, and his car is the poster child for shit boxes. But I have seen him use that car like a truck, literally, like literally have 500-600 pounds worth of wood on the roof of that thing. And so it drives away like nothing to it, loading stuff up on top of it, pulling stumps. I mean, you name it. That little was it Suzuki
I was
he
gonna say
had.
Suzuki.
Yeah,
It is okay.
yeah. It's well, you've seen it. It's the Suzuki
Oh yeah.
station wagon of the I think it's a '99, and you just can't kill the damn thing.
Yeah. He's getting every mile out of it.
Now I do know because he has on his driver's side window, it's it's piped over, for to let the air out easier, and it's all caulked up and everything like that, so it's permanently down. And at Eastbound, anybody that didn't go, it got cold. It got pretty damn cold there, and I felt so bad for him that he had like a 2.5, 3 hour drive in that car going home with the window not able to roll up. So I actually let him borrow my jacket and got it back from the next day because that was just I couldn't. My heater works perfectly fine. I can roll my windows up. So I'm like, here, you take this. You need. If I had a packing mat, I probably would have gave him that just the same. Just something to wrap up in and not freeze his ever living bum off. So, Yeah, so John's talking a ton of out of state comes to the May of Steel. That is, and I think that's the back what Russell and I are talking about. That is the new Spring Break Nationals equivalency. I think in the audio section of it,
Mhm.
um, going to that is the you've made it kind of feel.
Yeah.
James Dempsey, it was pretty cars. Hey Beth, how you doing? James Dempsey, I had to drive it from Miami to Georgia back in the day. Oh my God, man, that's hellacious.
Yeah.
So, what's up, G Body? How you doing, brother? James Dempsey, mine was DB Dragon, Georgia. Yep, Terry Ray, how you doing, my friend? Terry Ray is part of Team Megahertz, and I got to hang out with him yesterday, day before yesterday, and they actually came to the U.S. Amps Labs, and we sat there and talked for a good amount of time. And I mean, I've known these guys for a while, just the same, but now we're all on the same team and working for the same. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So, A Love Miles, how you doing, my friend? James Dempsey, yep. All right, so Terry says I'm up in North Florida plowing the roads with the Terra. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. Okay, so John just put in there for anybody that didn't see, and for people that are watching this later on. Here is the full layout. It is for I'm assuming Slam with Swain. Um, $30 for vehicles, and that includes 2 wristbands. $10 for spectators. Under 12 is free. If you're smoking a cigarette or have a beer in your hand, they're not gonna think you're 12. Don't try to chintz out the freaking $10. Saturday gates open at 8 or 9. Don't rush me, and that's kind of one thing. That's why we're opening up the ACCL lanes at 10, because that gives us time to get there, to get everything set up, to get everybody in there, and to casually get playing. I believe that we have found in the past with Nikki Brennan and I run the lanes. The thing I'm very happy and very proud of is that ACCL, I was picky on picking who works with me, and I think that everything is finally fine tuned that works perfect with it. We've got an excellent team in Florida. We've got an excellent team elsewhere too, but working directly with I've got an excellent team in Florida, and I truly have felt like this never, because I can get up and walk away and know that the lanes are going to keep running just like they are, and not worry about money coming up short, not worry about scores being put in wrong, not worried about the meter not work, no worries whatsoever. And just the same on that. So if Nikki needs to go and walk away, Brendan and I can run it. If Brendan wants to go walk away, Nikki and I can run it. We have a good mix that if any one of us leaves, the opposing will be able to cover for it. And that is awesome. That's great. I cannot thank you guys enough. So, okay, back on track here. Under 12 is free. Saturday gates open 8 or 9. Show starts at 10 when the anthem plays. Now, anybody doesn't know, Roy Taylor is, he was, now I said, I don't know. But they play the national anthem over somebody's car stereo. And I think it's Roy, but I'm not sure. Were you going to say, Russell? I'm sorry.
No, no. I know they played the anthem over somebody's car because I don't think they have it on a PA system there or anything like that.
No, it used to be Roy Taylor did it, because he has a damn good fully Rogue mids and highs, just a beautiful sounding vehicle. So they'd open the doors and blast that out, and the minute that's done playing, everybody can go full tilt and demo all day long.
Yep.
But out of respect and everything else, we don't allow any music before 10. You can come, you can set up, you can hang out with your team, you can mingle, do whatever you want to do, but no music before 10 a.m.
Now, I don't know if anything else. I mean, it may be different if anyone is competing in sound quality, but I do think that other orgs try to do their sound quality in that time as well. So the gates open at 9. The SQ cars come in. They try to get it done, and then that's out of respect too, because that's a lot harder to judge SQ cars with all that bass around. So
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine. You're right. But and not saying anything to disrespect or talk down anybody. Please don't take it that way. But a majority of the SQ cars, it's not about, for anybody that's never done it before, it's not about cranking as loud as you can to trick the meter. These people sit in the vehicles and they have a checklist of things they are looking for, precisely what it should be and what it should sound like. So if you got Bobby Basehead 3 cars over packing out mid 60s in a demo, that's really going to mess up what they're trying to do.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing it then. I believe in the past that we've set up before and we've had to stop early so they could do it. So however it is, whatever it is, I say it so much I get sick of saying it, but you can't really talk down on any format versus yours. You know, the guy going to the drag strip doesn't complain because the guy's running the figure eight and the ovals.
Yep.
We're all here for music. We're all here to do what makes us feel very happy and fulfilled. So, out of respect, we give it.
Yep. Yep.
So, okay, over at 5 p.m. ish, Sunday, same start time. But Sunday, I myself have the intent to have the ACCL lanes shut down at the absolute latest 3 o'clock. So don't wait until 2:45 to get in the lanes and go and demo, and run them, because there's probably going to be 3 or 4 cars ahead of you. And at 3 o'clock, I'm going to shut it down. Out of respect for John Kent and his team, because they have to be the last ones out. So the earlier we get done, the earlier people start tearing down and, put more into it. Also, it is Super Bowl Sunday weekend, and kickoff is at 6 o'clock, I want to say.
6:30.
So 6:30. Okay.
Or 6 o'clock. Or it is.
Yeah, whichever. But for the people like Russell that live on the East Coast,
3.5 hour drive home, close to 4.
Exactly. And if we ran this till 5 o'clock at night, I mean, my God, you wouldn't be getting home till 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it would be even after that, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you guys stop and get a drink and use the restroom.
I did something audio related in my truck. I know how you always talk about your bourbon, but for the first time in a long time, I have an aftermarket radio in my truck.
What?
Yep.
No.
I swapped it out. I got a 10-inch floating screen with Kenwood. What is it? A DMX 1057 XR. Their flagship Exelon radio. So got that big old floating screen in my dash now. So the one start to it. Now it's the rest of the system to go. So
it's all downhill from there.
Correct. It's all downhill from there.
But so the anthem plays over till 5. Sunday's the exact same start time. Be packed up and ready to leave at 3. Gotta go. Okay, so I covered that before I even knew I was covering that. So, Steve Blackford, how you doing, my friend? Let's see. Efficient. It never stops. Matt, how you doing? What's up, Miles? How you doing? Save my butt. Thank you again. Hey, anytime, Brendan. I didn't bring that up for anything like that. I did it. If I would have had, like I said, if I would have had anything else, it would have been yours, brother. Strippers that made of steel. Now, you would think they're joking, but they're.
It's not my cup of tea. It's not me.
But they did have a truck driving around with a stripper pole one year, and ladies earning their money. Is that good? Yeah, good way of saying it. So
I must have missed that part.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember when it was. It wasn't last year, I don't believe, but I know it was one of the years. And they weren't like doing circles and picking people up or anything like that. But it was enough where I'm like, what? Anybody that's never been to one of our shows, the ACCL lanes are packed. Almost every show we're packed, and that's a good thing. I cannot thank you guys enough. But the little square that we're in the canopy is about as far as I see of a show. So all the stuff like that I'm usually missing, hearing about later. So
I can agree with that. We are in our tents for that time period. We are. It's what Biggie say? It's a or Eminem. What was it? It's a job. It's a fun job, but it's still a job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we still have to do our part and do our best at our job, even though we get to do it with our friends and family and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's still a job.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you on that. It's still a job, and we're lucky enough to be able to see both sides of it, the behind the scenes and the mainstream side of it, and to get the fulfill of it. But yeah, on the same note, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for a while, and and
This is
I
news to me.
uh, say
So this
again.
this is news to me. I did not know you worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, but I repaired their video games,
Uh,
and an hour before we'd open the door, I had to take tokens and test all the games to make sure they work. And this is like legit, like real stuff. My boss told me, get some tokens, test the machines, make sure they all work before anybody gets in here. So for an hour before we opened the door, I played so many freaking video games. So the high score is JAS, 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 JAS.
That's funny. I did
So,
the same.
but on that, what I'm getting at through all this is that that was fun, but it still was work. It still was something that was I was getting paid to do, so I did what I needed to do to fulfill the payment that I was getting.
Yep.
So that's the same way with the audio thing is that a lot of people. And one more thing, and I'll let you talk, Russell. I know I take over the mic, man, but one of the biggest issues I have at these shows is I've got friends
Yeah.
that at the show
You're doing
I
it?
can't remember. Yeah, because and it's not because I get blitzed out or anything like that. Because I don't normally do it at the shows. But what it is I reset and I am looking at my Excel spreadsheet and I'm looking at the term lab and I'm looking. Okay, your name is Joe Smith. Okay, what class you going to be in? Okay, what are you running? Okay, great, $30, thank you. And let's go. Let's do this. Come on, let's get them out. Let's get them out. By the time I've completed that portion of it, either Brendan and or Nikki are listening in and they already have it set up. So when that guy goes back to his vehicle or her vehicle, they compete, they do it, they pull the mics out, they're gone. We try to run like a well-oiled machine, but I do that because I don't want to put the wrong information in because God help me if I do. I'll get pitchforks and torches the next day when I post the scores. Somebody's going to call shenanigans and I will get impaled.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's the part of it. That's the job part of it for sure.
But,
No,
you know,
I've seen you in your zone before. I have. You
I probably
locked
be
in.
like, hey, how's it going, buddy? And then back down again.
But I'm over there stealing the cookies off the table.
Speaking of, if you're watching, Melissa, we can't forget Friday to go get some damn cookies. So,
I'll
you
be over,
know,
I'll be over there Friday. I'll make sure the cookies are good. Gonna
grab
test
the
them.
barbecue.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it for barbecue. I have a boat I have to work on, so somehow if I can get the boat done sooner. If not, I'm like leaving work right at 5 to get over there, hopefully before 9. So I know that barbecue spot closes
So, what about Saturday?
Saturday. It's on.
Like
On,
Donkey Kong.
on. Yep. On like Donkey Kong. They got a new movie.
Brian,
I know I would throw random stuff, but Super Mario Brothers got a new movie.
really?
Yeah, it'll be out this year. Super Mario Galaxy, I think's the name of the movie. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yep.
That's a must on the
Yeah.
the scene list for
Correct.
damn sure. So, okay, let me scroll through these real quick, and then you can have the mic again. Aaron, pre-reg for Mosey's. Oh, yeah, okay, so from Museum of Science and Industry.
Most.
Mosey's. Okay, so 2 second story on that. We watched on the news that the Museum of Science and Industry in Tampa that has been just straight down in the dumps lately has been re-imaged and cleaned up, and they've got more sponsors. So that's what's in my mind right now when I see MOS. But
Oh,
pre-reg for Made of Steel is open. So, yep, that's right. You can go on their website. I believe it's madeofsteel.com, if I'm not mistaken, just as simple as that. And for anybody that's never done it before, the pre-registration is actually worth it. You get a wonderful swag pack. I believe you get a discount for early registration as well, but I think it's like the first 100 people or so get the awesome swag pack, and yeah, it's neat. It's all from the vendors and stuff, so but it's really cool. Matt, how you doing, my friend? Let's see. Uh, Needs to happen or demo girls with nice hair. Um, so this weekend, Mother Nature and I have had a talk, and we came to the agreement. It's been miserable up until, and then Saturday, Sunday, the temperature is going to go up. It's going to be nice and comfortable, and it's going to go right back down again. So I don't know so much we'll be seeing too many of the pole dancers or anything in 60, 70-degree temperature, but
you
yeah,
know, you never know.
you never know. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Danny, let's see here. Need Ruben Cortez for the anthem. James, I think that whomever they have do it is okay. So Jerry just replied back to that either the Rogue Jeep, which is the Jeep that John Kent drives, or the Pirate Customs truck, in which is I don't get to walk around at too many shows, and I went to the toy drop for the second year, and I could stay into the Pirate Customs section of it and just absorb that all day long. Those guys have got some amazing installed equipment, amazing sounding equipment, and I'm not kissing butt because honestly I'm US amps, but listen to the Rogue builds and listen to all the builds coming from the Pirate Customs, of which I'm sure like 90% of them are Rogue anyhow. Uh, there's some damn good installs, and they I don't know how much they pay for the installs, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Pirate Custom does good work. I know. They do.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, hey Jennifer, how you doing? Yeah, Melissa. So Melissa said she's got pigs in a blanket and wings to eat. So, all right, let's see here. Aaron Olson, yep, I was just putting it out there. I'm already pre-registered. That is awesome. Dempsey needs pigs in a blanket. James Dempsey, Dan Russell, got the nice radio. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Apparently, I've skipped over a whole crap load of these. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I think I was going to say that was a while ago. I think I saw the ones come across the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, James, I think if a Helix DSP, I don't know. I've heard those are like insane amounts of money, but I've heard they're also
It's
worth it too.
it's funny because I might go Helix for my whole audio system.
Really?
Yeah, I might do a whole Helix build. Maybe. I have it
Well,
planned out already, and it's all Helix, but I'm not sure if that's gonna come through or not. I don't know if my Helix Connect is gonna be there or not through the shop. So it will
gotcha.
be it will be an SQ build. I will have a processor and multiple amps and everything like that. But my little bit of bass. So depending on what it is. So
Well, um, not trying to hop in here, but your good friend is a US Amps dealer.
correct. I still have to fit the amps under the back seat, and I do know how big those US amps are, though.
Nope, we have smaller amps.
You have a new one? Okay, like a Class D
Yeah.
or something.
hmm Yep. We've got the whole Merlin line. We're going to be releasing the 5 and the 10Ks when they dock. That's sometime in March is when that's expected. And then we do have a 4-channel and I believe a 6-channel that's being made as well.
6 is good. I would have to have both of them. I'm going to have
Yeah.
at least 10 channels plus sub.
So, and I'm assuming this isn't anything that's going to happen next week. So,
No,
like I said, I'm not trying to push you away from what you're doing. I'm just letting you know the other options.
nope. I still have to sell all my JL stuff. So if anyone's watching
Gotcha.
much JL stuff, let me know.
Okay, so back to this real quick. I'm sorry. John said lanes down at 2. Hour to get the awards sorted. 3 p.m. awards. Then get the fuck out.
Sure,
Yeah,
John. Whatever you say.
yeah. 2 o'clock is fine because most of the yaks that come my lane will show up at 2, so I'll be done at 2:30. But the good thing is that we're giving all my stuff's on a spreadsheet, so all I gotta do is hit sort, 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 and everybody's ready to go on their awards. There's nothing to sort out or anything of that nature. So if I run till 2:30, do the awards at 2:30, we could be packed up and out of there by 3 with no problem. So we'll definitely make that happen, John. So lanes down at 2 at the ACCL lanes ish. So
Base
uh,
Wars, same schedule. So
let's see. Kevin says, I'm married, no stripper needed. LOL. Well, you know what, Kevin? I'm virtually married too, and I still like titties. Okay, so let's see. Jennifer.
you're, you're ripped. No.
Okay, so James says that it was the year before. Okay. Uh, yeah, unless May of Steel's gonna be big this year. Yeah, James, May of Steel gets bigger and bigger every year. Logan, what's up, my man? How you doing? So let's see here. Melissa also, yeah, sort of excel, yeah, really fast. What about my cookies? Barbecue Saturday. What barbecue spot? Don't worry about it, Dempsey. I said it first. I'm in. Sweet. So we'll have John with us too, Russell.
Sweet.
All right.
That's good.
Well, I'm sure you've seen all these, so I'm just going back on. So, James asks, "Are you doing a center channel as well?" I think he's talking to you,
I think so.
Russell.
No, I won't be. I'm doing a street class, a lower level class when I go to compete for that. So all factory locations adding a tweeter up front. That's it. You can add tweeters. So I'm gonna do my tweeters 8 inches in the door and then tweeters.
So, I do have a question for you. Are you building it for Base Wars or Musical Wars?
Neither. For full SQ. So it would be either like an Ayaska or Mecca, or if Base Wars does do a full SQ class, but it's going to be an in-car SQ. Doors shut, sealed up, everything in-car SQ. That is what
Okay.
I enjoy. That is what my customers pay for a lot of. So that's more of like work to sell my own work on that side. Not
So now, for anybody that doesn't know, I do forget. Russell does work at a very reputable audio install facility on the East Coast. Uh, I myself, when I build my equipment, I build it for my org. So that's why I was asking. That's why I was surprised when you said you weren't doing it in Base Wars. But I do forget that you do work at a very, very reputable audio company, and build out for that.
doing a show at, yeah, I mean, if US Amps wants to do an SQ show, like I said, neither Jason or I do SQ shows. I mean, our orgs don't do it, but
Yeah. I, SQ for me, and this is my thing because I never got overly into it. I enjoy my music and I enjoy my music sounding good, but the competition factor of it, I was never overly intrigued with because I'm a statistics guy. I'm a functioning person. I need to see a physical number up there to show my progress or my decline and work off from that. And while I was very, 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 very happy to help Dean and you and Greenhorn and everyone else with the Musical Wars show, I still didn't see an opening in my org for anything like that. It just isn't. There's too much opinion involved in it. Not said in a negative fashion, but what sounds good to me, you may have heard something different.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's the big difference. Well, even like you're saying, is Dean or Music Wars? I won't call it Dean's org. It's Musical Wars.
Yeah.
Has its own set of if you want to call them standards as well. And like I said, Base Force has something like that. Mecca also does something like that. So there's multiple orgs that do that battle outside grudge stuff like that. It's just for me, like I said, I don't know. I guess I'm just over base as much as I used to. Like I said, I don't need as much where my hair is flowing and everything like that. Do I enjoy it? Hell yeah. Do I want to get in this demos every once in a while? Yeah. But for me, I want to sit in my car and hear Michael Jackson moonwalk across my dash. I think that's super cool.
And I will not disagree with you on that. Um, I will admit that the more and more I'm hanging out at the shows, and the more, let's be honest, the multi speakers and the doors and all that stuff has been building up for a while, and the more I'm hearing good systems and not just a bunch of trash crammed into a vehicle, I am getting a lot more respect for it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the competition aspect of it, I build for what I want to hear and how I want to hear it, and I don't have the knowledge and ability that you do working it for as many years as you have, and never mind your education in it, to know the difference. If I can't tell the difference with my ears, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to drop an extra $4,000 on a set of speakers,
Most people don't. Like I say, most people don't. But like I said, a lot of it comes down to my clients, and they're like, I want the best product possible, and that's what it is. So, I mean, it's just the same thing. It's just drag racing to circuit racing. What do you want to do? I mean, you want to compare it to racing. There's 1,000 different ones. You
Yep.
know, I like my cross country cruising, and drag racing is more popular. And I think SPL is like the drag racing of it, where, everyone comes and watches. It's exciting, but it's in short burst. It's a 10-second race, that's it. For sound quality and stuff, it's a lot longer. You sit in a car for 10 minutes. So that's more of a circuit style race. So it's just whatever you want to do.
Yeah. With SPL, it is get in there and floor it,
Yep.
and then let up.
Yep.
And that with SQ, and this is something I've learned a lot more, especially with going over the Virgin Islands. I gained so much knowledge off of that trip. Is full tilt doesn't always win.
Mm-mm.
Because this stage of your system is going to go louder, quicker, or something. You're getting more distortion over here, or this is going to cause a vibration, or some kind of something is going to put you under. Try halfway. Try to learn your system to know what's the best and where it is. And I've got mad respect for that. I really do.
Yep.
But my current system is on the radar, is going to be the world record for bottom out. So
Is that below 30 or 20?
32 hertz or below, but mine's going to be tuned at either 20 or 15.
All right, good, because my classes start at 29 and below, or I don't know if I have a 20 and below or not. I think I have a 29. So it goes
You have a 19 and below.
okay,
I know that.
19 and below, and then I have a 20 to 19, and then it goes from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Hurricane or something is the first one, 19 below. So.
Yeah. So, and that will be whatever one I aired in last time. That will be what I continue in for the rest of the season with your org. Because I'm building it for bottom out for ACCL for my org. So if I could share it with you and, not have to worry about doing something higher or whatever, why not? I've heard your awards are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here, let me get back on this real quick. Melissa, you have shut down on time for barbecue. Yes, I know that for sure. Mr. Rayo, how are you doing? I don't think we're going to see each other at Slammin With Swain. If I remember correctly, you said your schedule is going to match up. But Made of Steel, I am beyond looking forward to it. Also, the Love of Bass show, which is Nikki and JT's wedding in March. For anybody who doesn't know about that, that will be the next show for ACCL after Slammin With Swain. So if you can't make it to one, make it to the other. If you like, make it to both because we love all y'all. Yeah, most is threatening that John and she will go without us if we're not,
It's not
ready
gonna
for barbecue.
unless they bring us back barbecue, then it's fine.
There's that. Yeah, because I came back, I'll be like, hey, everybody take a break. I'll be right back. And
Yes.
come back with barbecue sauce all over my face and ribs on my. Oh, I got a full belly right now, and it just said, "Hey, wait, you said ribs. I like that idea." What's up, Hannah? How you doing? I love my SQ build in my caddy for listening pressure. And John, I'm glad you say that because you're 100% right on that. And that is kind of where I'm going in the Suburban is uh, right now I have Rogue in the center console because I just built up the doors. When I'm done building up the doors completely, it'll be filled up with hopefully two sets of US Amp Timber series. I may do a 6 and 8, or I may do 2 8, or I may do 2 6s, or wherever, and that'll give a good fill all the way around on that because my doors are solid wood with dampener behind them. So I'm not going to try to chintz out and go into wall one and say, "Oh no, it's there for the speakers." No, it's not. Wall two, I'm staying out of because that's Brennan's category, and I like first place. He doesn't like giving up first place. So let's go ahead and try out all either wall three or wall four. I'm going to see which one's got what in it. Uh, Ant, how you doing, my friend? Yeah. No, John, you are not wrong on that because I tell people, I've said it 108 times. When I used to run my little parking lot meets, the so-called BK meets, the guys would come up there and they'd be like, "Oh, I just want to see what I do." I'm like, "Have you ever seen a number? Have you ever had your system on the meter?" Well, no, no. My buddy says he thinks it's doing like a 150.
150.
Don't get on the meter. That is the worst thing you can do is get on the meter and prove to yourself that you're doing a 142.
There's nothing wrong with a 142.
No, there isn't. But if you and everyone else thinks you're doing 50s, and you see that, you will spend the rest of your time trying to chase that 50. At that
You know
point,
what? Then you'll get. You will get. I got
100%.
done.
But
That's
if
all I wanted to do. I got a 50. Now I'm done. Go back
no,
down.
and that's great. And that's great. But the thing is that before that, did you care before you saw your number on the meter?
No, nobody cares until you do.
That's it. So if you're happy with your $500 Walmart setup, be happy with your $500 Walmart setup.
If
But
you're doing a 42 with a Walmart setup, you did good. See, it's all relative. All
see, but then you got Brendan that cracked over a 50 with two Sony Explodes in his car.
How
So
about
where's that?
I had a JL 1001 and a JL W7. I did a 142. I had $2,000 worth of product and only did a 142. Did it sound great? Hell yeah. But it was only a 142.
I was actually surprised that with Sarah's build, the numbers that she was putting out in the Honda,
What did she do with the Honda?
she did over a 40. She did
See?
like a 40. I think I got up to a 41, almost a 42, and that's factory electrical.
Mm-hmm.
The little rinky-dink Tyco Honda battery, uh, with the self-regulating alternator in there that drops down to 12.5 wherever the hell it feels like it, and then yanks up to 14.4 without a warning. So, which I found a bypass on that, but still, that's like, so I've got power and ground ran from the nose back to the amp. It's a JP1K back there, powering two Sundown a single Sundown E series.
Yeah.
You can't hate it. And
No.
it's perfect. Dude, it's perfect for what Melissa wants
Listen,
because, mhm.
yeah. How much is that E series sub in a prefab enclosure, right? Isn't it a prefab, right?
Oh yeah, well, it was a prefab that was built for it. It
Okay.
was it was back when JP was doing
Oh, a sale.
Yeah, they had a sale where you bought the sub, you got the enclosure, and
Mhm.
then I just matched out the power and bought the amplifier. So it's rated at 300 watts. I got a 1K, tuned it nowhere even close to clipping, and it's perfect. They
Yep.
can full tilt that thing all the way from here to New York, and it'll never get warm.
Yep.
So,
And I bet it was a quarter of the price what I spent, and it's still doing the same numbers.
uh, well, I joke because she said something about Melissa said something about it. I'm like, yeah, I said, I've got more money vested in power wire that this entire system costs. So I
Heck,
think we're okay. I think we're okay on this one.
yep.
Okay, so let me catch up on these real quick. The SPL numbers are freaking addictive. You're not wrong, John. But I will say I've yet to sell my body for DBs, but
Gosh. It's getting
you
close,
know,
right? It's getting close.
getting there. It's still getting there. Uh, let's see here. Ant says I may be there for one day. Yeah, no, that's fine, Ant. I mean, come hang out, do whatever the heck you want. I'm not doing stuff trying to make money or anything like. Come and hang out. I love doing these shows because my friends come to these shows and we chill out and we hang out and we have a common deal, and it's great just to hang out, just to chill. So Jennifer, that's what I love about my build. My grocery getter plays everything from Don Henley to Young Dolph, like a dream. And that's time we have Melissa's car because Sarah's song was "We Like the Cars to Go Boom," and uh, put in some Beastie Boys and it sounds just as good. And then put in some freaking rock and roll, some 60s rock. It's a good well round. We did absolutely nothing to the mids and highs in that car because the Honda, it's got like a 16-point surround system, super Dolby freaking witchcraft special, uh,
Witchcraft.
and it sounds good. Um, from the sounds and everything of that nature, I want to say the factory radio is built by Kenwood, but I have nothing to back that just from the tones it makes. And I don't care what anybody says. Factory radios are made by a lot of the factory radios are made by the big companies. They
Yep.
just don't put their name on it. They pay to put their names on them.
Mhm.
Uh, reference the Isuzus. They do full Clarion. And God, there's a place in Tampa. I think it was called Technicar. I had a lot of our friends work there. That if your radio crapped out, you sent it there. When you claimed warranty work, no matter what the brand was, you sent it there because that was a local place to do the repairs, and a lot of the stuff they got back was for the GMs and the Fords, factory systems. That, let's be real, they've advanced so much in the last 20 years, you know. So let's see here, Melissa. Yep, Jason does his own hair tricks. Yeah, for anybody that didn't hear, I got the four Merlin X15s in there right now. The 10K, I think maybe temporary because I believe we're going to have swapping out with someone else on the team, and I'm just going to put. You'll see at Slammin With Swain. Whatever it is, I'll tell you this. Not whatever it is. There are going to be hurt feelings. There is going to be a substantial gap between first and second place. Let's see. You're trying to do both. I get it. I get it. For coming to Slammin With Swain and then coming for the Love of Bass show. Ain't Loud Miles is a pimp. Nothing wrong with that, man. Uh, Ant's a stud. Hell yeah. What's up, Austin? How you doing, my friend? South Carolina freeze dry. Dude, I can't imagine, John. I've seen people up in North Florida. They're showing snow shots. Am I coming to TDH? Austin, Melissa will vouch for this. If I have to hitchhike, I will make it to TDH. That that is the one show of the year that come hell or high water. That was a show that one year when that last guy built on my truck, that's a piece of shit. When the truck caught fire, I left it in Jacksonville. Had one of the Ain't Loud teammates drive my truck to meet me there, my other truck, and then we took off from there. Myself and Tim Greenlaw were going up to the TDH to run the show. So my truck caught fire, And I just said to hell with it and had them deliver my pickup truck, the one I normally drive, the GMC, and we hopped and took off from there. I left the Suburban at the Flying J. So TDH comes hell or high water, we will be there. So, oh, Rio. Oh, that's awesome, man. Love seeing. I know you're a busy, busy man. So anytime we get is freaking cherished. Don't ever think otherwise. No, you must eat barbecue in person. What was that about you? Talking about having her deliver some.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the U.S. amps are sexy. You're right on that, John. And for anybody who doesn't know, I'm not plugging the company or anything, but this I don't think is a very well known the thing about US amps is you can custom paint any of the amplifiers. We'll match your paint for a fee. Obviously, we're not going to do it for free, but call us if you're trying to match out like a specific, what to say, like Chevrolet Cobalt Blue. We have an apparatus there that will take a sample. It'll give us the paint mixtures, the ratios. We'll mix the paint up, and we will match it as close as possible to that. So obviously, that is for a fee, like I said before. But call us up. You never can tell. If you don't like the factory colors that the amps come in, like the 442 with that gold color, if it's not matching your theme, contact us. See if we have some that are already made up of other colors that we've had that are spares or test runs or something of that nature. We may have something that you want. If not, we'll make it happen. So there you go. Another one is if you prefer the silver color of the 50 series, there's the 100s. I get them mixed up. But you want that for your 442, we can make that happen too. We can make all your amps the same color, do whatever you want. We actually have an order right now that Michael's working on that they're going with the, you remember the 80s and early 90s, how they had that splash paint fad that was going around?
Heck yeah, the was it Precision Power Art Series?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this particular customer is doing, they have like an older vehicle that they're setting up retro for the time period of the vehicle, and they are doing the build like they did in the time period of that vehicle. They're doing a full retro with modern technology. So John has an order right now for an amplifier with a splash paint job on it to fit with the time, you know.
That's cool.
So let's see here. Well, we'll be there. Hope you come too. I can run crew, but I don't do. Yeah. So that's the reason right there why Nikki comes with me at TDH every year, because Melissa did it for me once. And I loved her to death for it because it was kind of Greenhorn had something where he couldn't make it, so it was last minute, and we're scattering around, couldn't find anybody. So Melissa's like, well, shoot. She's like, I'm going up there anyways. She goes, I'll do it for you. And she worked the computer the whole time, which required me getting in and connecting the meters and clamps up the whole time. And I wasn't happy about that. So that's why we're thankful that Nikki comes now. So, Ant says the meter hurts feelings. Man, you are so right on that. It's also known as a lie detector test. Um,
Life test.
Brian Zazinski has a big sticker on the side of the base shuttle van, which if you haven't heard that van, you got to. You might want to hear it soon because rumor has it other stuff is going in it, per se. Um, but he has a big sticker on the back of it that shows the term lab, and down below it says lie detector. So Melissa says all the rice power. Let's see, Matt, start with a 1 to 45. Now it's taking a 155 2Q. Dude, that's freaking awesome, man. Mr. Dempsey, how the hell are you doing, brother? You know I'm counting the days until TDH. John Rayo, if John Starker blows his subs being louder than me, I gotta blow mine too to be louder. All right, Melissa says, when he asked me if he can get, does it count as seeing himself? Yeah. I have to be an adult. Yeah, and that's where I luck out is that I've worked and I've built up and I did 25 plus years in my field, electronics engineering, running companies, etc. Retired out and freaking enjoying life, raising my daughter and spending the time on ACCL. So that's awesome. Yeah, Cardio for Dummies. Jennifer is talking about. First few chapters speaks the whole topic we are deliberating. All right, let me see. People joining. Hey, what's up, Austin? Just about to say, yeah. All right, so this thing isn't going. It's not going live as it clicks, but it's doing good enough for now. So I think that we have well exceeded
Yeah.
the usual 1 hour time period. But if you got anything else, let's keep going because I do post this for anybody that doesn't know. I post this on YouTube as well. Uh, as Guy with the Meter, follow me. I post at least once a week for this. I'm gonna try now that the Suburban's up and going. I got one of those suction cup mounts for the GoPro for Christmas from my niece-in-law. I think I don't know, whatever. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put that in the truck, and I'm actually gonna start recording as I'm driving and doing stuff like that, trying to get some coverage on it. So, John Dempsey, it is just around the corner. Tahoe is the same, but done a few tweaks. Still playing fantastic. Yeah, for anybody that goes to TDH, if you can find John Dempsey's truck, get a demo. That truck is the Tahoe version of my Burb. It's a 99 Ho. Clean, clean, clean on the outside, clean on the inside, beautiful wheels. It is just that the overall truck is beyond impressive. So if you can get a chance, go check it out, get a demo. Man loves giving demos. All right, Ant says I do want to compete in both leagues. New build coming soon. So Ant, my org, hit me up. Like we were talking about before, Russell
Mm-hmm.
has his at basewars.org.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a website page. Everyone else, he's on Facebook.
Yep.
Hit him up.
Yep. See?
Uh,
You shine your head.
no, I just noticed it looks like I got a little divot right there. I don't know.
I need a haircut. I've got way too much hair on the side of my head. But it's keeping me warm for the wintertime, those Arctic colds.
See, me too. Do you even notice, man? I
Yeah.
don't have that big
Nice
bushed
hair.
out.
See?
Yeah.
Not there on my face. Yeah.
No, it's what I don't look so much like I should be standing at a red light begging for money.
Yeah.
That
Come
was
on,
my
bro.
thing. Please, hungry basehead. I'll have no money for tweeters.
A Scottish bass head, more like.
I don't know where I was going with that one.
You felt very, Liam Nielsen-ist or something. Is that what his name
There
is?
you go.
Yeah, I do. There's a certain particular set of skills I do have. Metering cars.
Ant says I'm ready. I'm already with Base Wars. Okay, hey, that's cool. So
Yeah. Thanks, Ed.
we have cookies.
I can get cookies. I can go bring some cookies too. Here it is.
Dude,
Bottom out line. He's still there too. What?
dude,
No, I can't have cookies. Only you can.
territorial.
Maybe I'll get brownies. Start switching up, buy brownies.
Get brownies.
Oh, yeah. Start brownie points.
Okay. So Ken just put up something very interesting that people need to remember here. Bring cash because they don't accept plastic on opening day. If you want to pay a plastic, pre-register. Get the grab bag. Get the guaranteed shot. If you have a team, I think they still have team spots open too. I'm not 100% sure because it usually fills up pretty quick. But yeah, if you've got a team, get the team spots. The team spots are definitely worth it. You get a lot of boosts to go with it, a lot of incentives. I mean, better yet. But the day of the show's on, cash only. And there's usually an ATM machine there, but he's just telling me that there is not one this time. So, yeah.
Just bring coffee. It's like just bring coffee.
Well, actually, I think for Slammin With Swain, we have one vendor on site, and they are the dominant vendor. They are the one.
Is it Island? Is it the Island food?
No, no. What is this? Well, Melissa knows. Dang it, I can't remember what the name of it is right now. Um, Eating ain't cheating, I think is what it is.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I've
Yeah,
seen that.
they've been in a couple of them, but I believe this is the first one where they are the dominant vendor. They are the one. Um, and if I remember correctly, they have a good wide selection of food. It's not just like you're gonna get corn dogs or you're gonna not. I think they have more than just one or two things.
$1,
So
$1 grilled cheeses. It's always $1 grilled cheese.
you got five, then
Yeah,
you got five grilled cheese.
yep, we don't give out change.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, you know what? It's 10:30.
It is.
I What do you got going on? Anything else?
Nope, we've got this show next week. We got For the Love of Bass, March 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have Music Wars on April 18th. That's the Loud and Lux show for me. And then after that, Made of Steel in May.
Yeah.
And then after that, Nopi in West Palm Beach. And
In which I'm still working on the time period for that one. I haven't forgotten about it.
that's like 6 months away. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Five
And
months.
we've got a lot of stuff coming up aside from doing the audio. After this show, I'm taking a freaking cruise and saying to heck with all you guys. So we're taking the 5 day cruise to Blaze Out, and I'm thinking up to that point right now because we're going on a cruise. So once we get back from the cruise, I'm going to kick it into full gear. ACCL likes to have at least one show a month so that everybody can get their points so we can all hang out. And so I don't get depressed because my friends don't call me. But no, but up to the cruise is where I'm at. So stay tuned.
And
Uh,
and if you want to see the schedule, go on Bass Wars website. They literally have every single show that Bass Force is putting on. So everyone that contributes from every state and everything, and it's laid out by date. So you can show there's 30 shows on there already. So, but it has all the shows that I said.
And for ACCL, if you go to the ACCL Facebook page, there is a calendar tab on there. When you click that, I keep that up to date as well. For right now, I have it filled up to Made of Steel, um, just because I haven't really been much active after that. I'll go through and get some more, but that's 5 months away, 4 months away. So that's where you go, Ant, for that. Now, Kent replied back over here, if anybody that didn't see it. Aaron from Area 51, which is also one of our great sponsors and very good friends, um, he inquired how much for team spots at Made of Steel. It is $500 for a team spot. I'm not 100% sure what all that includes. Actually, I know, but still I want to bug Kent. So you can hit John Kent for the information on that. PM, he's usually very good at replying back to it as soon as he can, unless you're like me and you bug him until he just finally blocks you. No, but he's very good at replying back. Try to have respect and do it during business hours. Don't be bugging the man at 11 o'clock on a Saturday. It's just not. Come on, have some sense, people. So, but yeah, even on here it says hit him up for more information. Um, and yeah, and so we just talked about that on where you can find it at, um, and all the shows coming up. So. I am thinking that's about it on my side. What about you, my friend?
I'm good too. I'm going to go take a nice warm shower.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's 28 degrees here now. So, and I check on my smartwatch here.
Nice.
So, uh, that's cold.
Yeah.
I don't. I lived in the snow up until I was about 8 years old, and then we moved down here, and I've never been here. Yeah, I'll visit it. I damn sure don't want to live in it. So, with that being said, like usual, I'm Jason Swain, aka Guy with the Meter, the Groner, Grand Poopah, Second Monkey in Charge for ACCL. Hit us up on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Guy with the Meter is the tag on YouTube. I'm going to start trying to publish more on that and get it up and going. This will be transferred to YouTube when I'm done. Um, but follow us. Our scheduling is on there. Anytime we have shows are on there. There are other shows that are happening sometime in the near future in other states. Right now, my computer just went through an update and now is trying to copy everything to the stupid cloud. So I can't really access it. But anytime there's shows for anywhere in the States for ACCL, we post it on the page, and that way you can know and you can schedule for it accordingly. So I really want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank personally my good friend, Mr. Russell, uh, for joining us tonight and helping with these and helping us out sit here and stutter and sputter until I get stoned and fall out of the seat. Uh, let's see. You got anything to throw in there, friend?
Nope. I want everyone to have a good week. Enjoy, relax, don't break your stereo, and see you guys next weekend.
And don't forget, Slammin' With Swain, 5 days away. I want to get a lot of people there because if turnout isn't too well, then we may have to knock it down to a one-day show again. So let's make us not regret this. All right, guys. Everybody, be safe. Much love, and I will see you this weekend.
See ya.